Live at TFNN, The Money Masters. With your hosts, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes. Now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us today. We get the Dow up 77, NASDAQ up 4, S&P's up 6, gold down 31, silver down 50. We got, platinum's down 25, bonds are down 15, King Dollar's up 6 ticks, Euro's down 12, yen is down 20. And we're coming into the new year.
Yes, we are, baby.
I still got my Santa Claus hat on.
You do? I know you do.
And when you
I'm sprinkling coal all over you.
I'm telling you, man, it's going to be wild, man, because what you had here, folks, is this. So your S&P gets down there yesterday. It gets into that
it does.
Day of strength on the 20th of December as well as the 30th of November.
Yes.
And on a short-term basis, we're talking... 500 million versus 1.4 billion and 1 billion versus 2.4. So the bottom line is that, this market wants to go to that 1292. And it's probably a small ABC up, which is going to blow people's minds.
Yeah.
That's the smaller take, folks. The larger take is that I suspect it's going to croak when it gets to the top, but what a sell it will be. So gold, of course, they're croaking out here this morning. Have been croaking.
Gold, platinum,
Right,
yeah.
And it's
it's tested, the bottom of that swing point.
Yeah, and it's
trading below it. I know it's trading below it right now.
So I mean, it's going to be easy to rip another $7,500 off this baby. It's what I do want to. You definitely want to be all over where how these gold stocks are going to test.
Yeah,
because we're not. I don't think we're close yet, but in the gold market, we can be close in about 10 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fast price destruction, no volume. We took out the Bs yesterday with no volume.
Right.
I like when that happens because what you get is you can get the next leg down, and, of course, it's a disaster on price, but it's a beautiful setup.
Yeah.
And they'll probably come into Gottlieb's.
Yeah. Now, in gold, if gold closes back up above the low, that 1535 area,
right.
It doesn't have the juice, volume-wise,
right.
to do it. What's that telling you?
It's probably a larger ABC down.
Still, okay.
Right.
But from there, you'd expect maybe a pullback in the dollar and a bounce in gold?
Yeah, what would happen is that, the reason I'm saying this, folks, is that what you have is this, is that the portion, once you break something like this, the neat thing about even ABC structures, meaning with the volume principle behind it, is that all you need, you'll know the first day. If you get the bounce the first couple of days and it's on light volume, it's an ABC down.
Okay.
Because it's just not done yet.
That's right.
And what you're hearing off me, though, you're hearing two separate issues. You're hearing the issue that we had the euphoria up at the 17, 18, 1900.
Big time.
People wouldn't sell.
That's right.
You had people in the market that never should have been in the market. You had people talking about that gold is safe. There's no such thing as safe investments, period. Okay? So you had everything in place for a monster pullback.
Yeah.
And I'm taking that into consideration. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I'm taking into consideration that yesterday, which we've always talked about Paulson, right?
Yeah.
But watch this. This is GDX. This is just as heavy. David Icahn, smart guy, big time.
Right.
Is down big. I mean, big. He doubled down. Look at this. Greenlight Capital doubled down on his position
in that third quarter
and lost.
Yeah.
3.7 million lost. That is a big number. Now, he's the type of guy.
3.7 million shares lost more than that.
3.7 million shares. That's right.
So his loss is much bigger than that.
What I haven't been tracking is that when did he buy the other 3.7? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you go back and we actually look at this, okay?
Yeah, even if he gave him the benefit of the doubt.
That's right. If I give him the benefit of the doubt,
which would be what?
He's still in a lot of trouble, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
You can go back. I can bring back the GDX to 2007. I mean, it means that the only time that if he bought these between...
Well, you're talking about the first 3.5 million shares.
Yeah.
Not the ones that he did last quarter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He definitely lost on the second ones.
Right.
Now, the way this guy trades, so check this out, folks. This guy's a trip, man. This guy's a big plunger. And the way that he trades, right,
is
that That's in the equity market. He loves options.
Okay.
Okay. He will trade options, and he'll trade the same trade, for 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
And if he keeps losing, and then all of a sudden he gets it.
Okay.
Yeah. So he.
Boy, that's determination.
Well, it's what I'm not quite sure, but he gets real close to the martingale theory.
Okay.
So what happens, folks, with the martingale theory is that you can definitely go broke, but if you have plenty of capital, the odds are that you will make money.
Yeah.
Because you just keep going at it.
That's a stressful way to trade.
Well, it is unless you have unlimited money. The Goldman Sachs of the world, they do it all the time.
Yeah, okay. I haven't been in that unlimited money yet.
No. Well, they have unlimited money. Well, yeah. The big beef in the silver market is that's what Morgan Stanley, J.P. Morgan has done forever.
Yeah.
And they're still, the biggest shot in the silver market, and they haven't won yet.
Yeah.
So it's wild. Just watch how this whole thing shakes out. Europe. What do we have happening in Europe? So. Europe is trying to get off the lows here. Hey, did you see all the money? When we were talking about the amount of bread. First, you have the swaps that our Fed did.
That's right, which was
European Central Bank, right?
huge, absolutely huge.
So yesterday, folks, the balance sheet came out.
Yeah.
The balance sheet of the ECB is $3.3 trillion.
Right.
It exploded.
Yeah.
You're talking about $1 trillion in all of 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah. And all the banks, primarily what they've done is they've taken out those loans, if you will, and then redeposited the funds back overnight with the ECB. Right. Just to pick up some extra interest.
Right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you love that, folks? Wouldn't you love that someone's going to give you free money? So watch what Steve's just talking about. This is how this works. Now, this is unbelievable. They give you free money. Well, not free. They give you a 0.5%.
Yeah. But much better rate than what everybody else can borrow at.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden,
it's not a fair market value.
And you absolutely make it hand over fist.
That's
right.
And
you have to get paid because you're giving it back to the same person that just gave it to you.
Absolutely.
At a higher rate.
Yes.
And then, it's only, a couple ticks, but the bottom line is that a couple ticks leveraged out turns into real money. So it's just amazing. It really is.
Yeah. Now, what the euro did do at about 7 o'clock this morning was it finally got down and it tested the low of that January 10th swing point, which was at 128.578. It got down to 128.573. It did it twice, okay, in the two 10-minute sessions, if you will. So it got down and finally tested that bottom area, and what you'd expect. So that truly completed the move of the move. Now, it had done that the first time when it was coming down because it got down to the top of that swing point, did that, in the middle of December.
Okay.
And it rejected it and only did a 0.382 bounce.
This went all the way back to last January, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Which is where it hit the top of it, a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And then when it hit the top, what it did was it gave us just simply a 0.382 retracement. That was all the energy it had, and then it started trading back inside that swing point, or right towards the top of it.
Yeah.
Yesterday, absolutely just simply cut loose.
Right.
And then early this morning went ahead and completed the rest of that move. Now, the question is, watching the euro, where does it go from here? I made an offer to all of our listeners out there.
Oh, yeah?
I made an offer. I said, you send me you go ahead and send me your gift cards, which are in U.S. dollars, and I'll send you back euros instead.
Okay.
So far, nobody's willing to do that deal.
That's funny.
Well, and that's really what we're dealing with out here.
Yeah.
And especially coming into even also a long holiday weekend, and even, it's like the banks don't want to lend in euros.
No,
right?
No,
okay.
No.
They don't mind taking the money from the ECB and putting it back in to pick up some interest.
That's
but they don't want to lend that out.
Well, they're broke.
Yeah.
The bottom line is that they're broke.
They really are.
What you're going to see, I think, in 2012, folks, I really, I'm getting this straight in my own head, but I think we're going to start seeing a few different banking structures.
Okay.
Because there's a huge opportunity right now.
Oh, you're talking about probably smaller regional banks?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's a huge opportunity.
You don't have toxic assets. If you got a good, sound balance sheet, life is great.
You got action, man. You
just need access to cash, which you get it through depositors or what have you.
Deposit base. They're looking for interest coming in while you put it out the other side.
Yeah. No question that those are the banks from a banking structure standpoint that you look in. But if still on the larger scale, you got just the major problems out there. They'll still pull things down.
Yeah.
They'll be the survivors, which will be great for them, especially as the housing industry makes continues to make a turn and work through its problems.
I'm going to come in here someday and my face is going to look like a house.
I love it.
I'm telling you, man.
Hey, it's cool as long as it's not a house of cards.
That's right.
You know, like,
That's right.
Like,
totally.
like everybody else has got out there. So, so it is the way the euro came down yesterday. They did the bond in Italy this morning, the bond auction, right? They got, I think the 10-year was out somewhere around 7%. Still higher than, so the pitch is, it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But still at 7%, it's higher than they can actually, afford.
That's right.
It's
right. Oh, it's they got to roll it again.
When they were first in the 7% level here, everybody was freaking out around the world. So, just and they've got so much debt that's rolling over that's coming due. So,
but they're going to have plenty of money. They're going to have plenty of money.
Yeah.
So the real key is going to be, does the market? It's going to be some of the Europeans are definitely going to smarten up. The Americans' banks smartened up and won't give them money market funds overnight.
Yeah. They'll charge them.
No, they won't give them to them.
Okay.
Period. They won't give them to them.
Okay.
That's what happened. So all the funding has come back.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why they're in such tough shape, okay? Because they don't have that liquidity overnight.
Yeah.
Now, all that has to happen, folks, no matter what the European Central Bank wants to do, if, in fact, the client base flees the bank, it's all over.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's the actual run on the bank.
Right.
Runs on banks, just what is that Christmas movie, whatever that Christmas,
Oh, okay, sure. Christmas Story.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, with
is much
Jimmy
fast,
Stewart.
Exactly.
Sure.
Is much faster than regulators can get a handle on.
Yeah,
and that's what they're worrying about.
That's for sure.
Because then all of a sudden, kaput. That's it.
Yeah,
it's done. It's over, and it's a wonderful life. That's right.
Yeah.
That's a great movie too.
It is. Yeah, I just watched it over the weekend.
Yeah, I got to watch it again. I know. You always
when George is getting ready to to pack it in and jump off the bridge.
Totally.
And then his angel shows up.
Yeah, I know.
I love it.
I know. Totally.
We've all got an angel. Here's my angel right here, guys.
Oh yeah, too much, man. Big time, no doubt. Let's go. We had out here this morning. So I was watching King Dollar this morning.
Yeah.
And DXH, and she looks to me. Well, we'll see where it happens. She had. Yeah, she's right there. She just tested these highs.
I know.
So that sets, the correlation there to me sets it up that, okay, it's not going to pull back much.
No.
But look at it, didn't do it yet. 81.41, 81.31 it hit this morning.
Yeah.
And, so I was like, okay, it doesn't have to pull back much.
Right.
The shocker in 2012, folks, no doubt, is going to be King Dollar on the move. Big time.
Absolutely.
This is Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. We have the Dow up 74, NASDAQ up 6, S&P's up 7. We do wish you a great, happy, healthy new year. And remember, folks, whatever you want, you can have. Just visualize it, step into it, ownership,
and
fly with it, right, baby?
Man.
We're going to be right back, folks.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective and maximize your returns. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
In 1929, Joe Kennedy had $4 million. By 1932, he grew it into $180 million. All this during the Great Depression. The good thing about economic difficult times is that the worst economy can produce the best rewards in the shortest period of time. In fact, during the last 130 years, 61% of that time period has been spent in recession. How would you like the strategies that Kennedy's and others use that are bulletproof against the turmoil of our economy in these fast-changing times? For the last quarter of a century, I've studied and used the secrets used by millionaires and billionaires. These are bulletproof strategies that will astonish you. I'd love to introduce you to these concepts because they will absolutely change your life. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien and host of The Trader's Edge, both seen daily at TFNN.com. If you're even a little bit interested in accumulating wealth, providing a better life for you and your family, then send me an email at steve@tfnn.com and I'll send you this free report, Pathways to Wealth. That's steve@tfnn.com, giving you Pathways to Wealth.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Yeah. Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us. We have the Dow up 73, NASDAQ up 6, S&P's up 6. And, the NASDAQ is the NASDAQ.
It is, absolutely.
In a big way.
Yeah.
Just can't get moving. You know, inside the NASDAQ, let's see what we have here. So, dragging it down, it's flat right now, but dragging it down, you get Amazon, Baidu.com, Netflix, and Fossil. Putting juice into it is Hanson, Green Mountain, News Corporation, and NVIDIA. Well, we know Green Mountain is definitely a dead cat bounce.
Yeah.
News Corporation are going to be all but in jail for hacking everything.
Yes.
Except that their stock is higher. You know what's going to get interesting about News Corporation is that we haven't heard too much about this lately, but
we haven't. Yeah, it's been very well. That's because we got plenty of other things.
But it's going to be about the 9/11. What the deal is in News Corporation is, did they do that in the United States when 9/11 happened?
Yeah,
and that will croak them. You know, if that's the case. Well, we'll see how powerful Murdoch is. He's a powerful guy. There's no two ways about it. Imagine someone like that. You know, you start up.
Yeah.
Right, and you realize that, okay, just take over the media.
Yeah.
Start country by country, which he did.
Right.
And then just give people whatever they want.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, some of it's you can go to different countries and they're all different.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just.
It's just hard for me to get there because my mind thinks definitely differently or what have you, and thinks about how you be the top at whatever it is that you do.
Right.
But like from a media standpoint and manipulating things.
Well, he doesn't care.
Yeah, I know. I know. I mean, it's just hard for me to totally get that. To immerse myself into that thought process.
No, I couldn't. I couldn't. I'm just bringing up a point. There's no way.
I know
There's
that.
no way.
I mean,
there's a million ways that you could make $1 billion. Well, maybe not $1 billion, but 200 million in about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But then you're giving up, whoever you are. So.
That's it. You got to look in the mirror.
That's a different ball game.
For sure.
Right. So it's.
Yeah. Oh.
No doubt. No doubt. That one there, though, I think that's a wild card.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that shakes out.
Hey, look, if these guys are out there, breaking laws, then they got to be.
Oh man, let me tell you something.
Especially privacy laws.
Well, my take between Europe, the rest of the world, the United States, is that they do, even our companies do other things outside of the country.
Yeah.
That absolutely they'd be in jail for here. And the real question is that has News Corporation lived in this little house and thinking they could, go that far? And it's real possible because it was so blatant.
Yeah.
But none of them have really got grabbed yet.
No, not at all.
It's so wild, and that's our biggest problem, folks. Just even politically here, it doesn't matter whether you're Republican, Democrat, they're all the same.
Yeah,
they're absolutely all the same. And what it is, it's soft money, it's bribery, and they basically divvy it up.
Yeah,
and it's interesting. No matter how much I'd like it to change overnight, it's built in so much that it's going to be, it's going to be a slower process. Nothing is fast. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
And of course, we wouldn't want to live anywhere else. I'm not saying that because we know.
For sure.
It doesn't mean you can't get a lot better.
Yeah. No, this is absolute. Look, this is. I've been fortunate enough to travel all around the world, and there is nothing like wheels landing in the U.S.
Yeah. Right.
And that's and I love so many of the other countries, but when it's just, and I think that folks from other countries feel the same way when they come to visit the U.S. and they land back in their country. There's that level of comfort. Well, that's what ends up happening, inside, with all of our senators and congressmen. All of a sudden, they start to, they went there with the right intentions, and all of a sudden get sucked into just how difficult it is to make change.
Yeah,
even when you stand up for what you believe in,
right,
or what have you, it's a tough way to make change.
No, it absolutely is, no doubt.
And then you start saying, "Hey, this is not such a bad lifestyle."
Yeah, right.
I guess that's what they do.
I know, there's no doubt about it. One of our Tigers are just saying in the den, and it's a fact that the GDX, just turned green. Now this is going to get interesting, GDX, because what you have, folks, is that the GDX is a basically index of international gold stocks. And you had that low out there of 50.42 on the October 4th, 29 million shares there.
Yeah.
You had the second low of December 14th with 30 million. Now we're going to do all of about 10 million today. And all it really has to do to get a good bounce going is close inside 50.42.
Yeah.
And, that could bounce up to, 54. What's that, 9%?
Yeah. And, talk about light volume today. Wait till you see tomorrow, folks.
Yeah, totally.
Right?
Totally. I might have 5 hands tomorrow, though. You never know.
Oh, is that it? Okay, cool. Quick fingers.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. And, folks, if you want Steve's report, special report, just email Steve at tfnn.com. He'll send that right out for you. We get the Dow up 86, NASDAQ up 11, S&P's up 8. We're going to be right back. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to tfnn.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to tfnn.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your gold report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to tfnn.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
In 1929, Joe Kennedy had $4 million. By 1932, he grew it into $180 million. All this during the Great Depression. The good thing about economic difficult times is that the worst economy can produce the best rewards in the shortest period of time. In fact, during the last 130 years, 61% of that time period has been spent in recession. How would you like the strategies that Kennedys and others use that are bulletproof against the turmoil of our economy in these fast-changing times? For the last quarter of a century, I've studied and used the secrets used by millionaires and billionaires. These are bulletproof strategies that will astonish you. I'd love to introduce you to these concepts because they will absolutely change your life. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien and host of The Trader's Edge, both seen daily at TFNN.com. If you're even a little bit interested in accumulating wealth, providing a better life for you and your family, then send me an email at steve@tfnn.com and I'll send you this free report, Pathways to Wealth. That's steve@tfnn.com, giving you Pathways to Wealth.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow up 92, Nasdaq up 13, S&P's up 9, gold down 26. It had been down almost $35, $40 at one point.
Yeah.
You get silver off 35, platinum down 15, bonds. They're not hitting bonds yet. Bonds are down 14. Let's go look at that bond market. So, yeah, not much action there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that, though. Well, he had one sell, though. Yeah, we'll be back down there, so 143.29. You got to sell it down there. I like that.
So what do folks have?
I shot the bonds this morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So what do folks have to look forward to, you think, tomorrow in the markets? You know, being the day before, you know, the final day of the year.
I think they'll run it up. They'll run it up without volume. You know, I mean, that 1292. This is a real. Well, here, you know, we're going to be able to get a good feel. Let's see. 95, still nothing there. Oh, that's interesting. Now, Nasdaq has 203 million. That's
for the first hour of trading.
That's divergence. Yeah, that. Let me see something. So the Qs, 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we got here. So if we look at the Qs, yeah, see the Qs are rejection that low, 6 million. And the Qs are dead meat. I mean, they're the weakest. There's no doubt about it. But if they reject it and they can get going, meaning even get into 57, you know, and it just seems to me that 1292 wants to get hit, you know. And the most deviant part would be that it not only gets hit, you do a small ABC up, you know, let's see. So it would be capable of small ABC up. The reason I'm saying that now is that we're an hour into the market. We did 31 million. We got 119 yesterday. That's easy to go over.
Yeah.
If it keeps at this clip, you're talking about 150 million.
Yeah.
So that would be you're down on volume. You go up on a lighter volume. The B point on this is a joke. The B point.
Now, B point coming in from Tuesday? Is that what
Yeah,
you'd
it
be
only has
looking at?
86 million.
Yeah.
So then that puts it up and over the 129.42, and so the deviance can get to, all the way, the Dow would basically be...
Well, once you clear that area, then you slide up to the next swing.
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Sell the heck
That's up
out of
there.
it, Sell. But not for a bit, so it's going to, See, the first of the year, you wonder, like, what could be the catalyst? I mean, it's a joke. But the reality of what can be the catalyst?
The catalyst to push it up higher?
Yeah. And the catalyst would be that over the weekend, somehow, some way, the ECB comes out, lies, cheats, steals, whatever they do, to basically get 30 or 40 ticks into the euro.
Well, and what they've got to do is, you'd have to. So how can the euro get stronger? Well, the euro could get stronger if. And remember, they were always talking about the European Financial Stability Fund. Haven't really even heard much about it.
No, because
right?
no one will give them any money.
Right. But that would be a way that they would be able to do that by selling, euro-denominated bonds. They haven't been able to get any takers.
Right.
But that's what you'd be working on behind the scenes.
Right. That's
okay,
right. That's right.
And then you'd have some strength in the euro. Then you'd have some weakness in the dollar, and that's how our markets are able to, move up to other highs. But the problem is just if they start printing the money. Okay.
Well, they already printed it, but no one's paying attention to it. Think about it.
King dollar's gotten stronger. King dollar's.
Oh yeah,
right,
no.
Euro. So that might work for Europe.
Right.
Doesn't work for our stock market just yet.
Right. GC, watch this. So let's go over to Europe for a second. This is cool. Okay, we're going to go look at gold.
Okay, priced in euros?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see that. Oh, that's a mess. that's a mess. It was interesting here, folks. So check this. Gold in euros right now, you're at 11.79. Don't read the top one. You got to read the bottom one. Okay.
Got it, yeah.
But the low is 11.46.
Yeah.
From the 26th. So let's turn around and let's see. Let's go. You want to see something wild? Let's go over to the yen. How's that?
Oh, baby.
If you want to see how strong the yen is, folks. Okay.
That's right.
I mean, you're coming into the lows. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit tfnn.com today.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
I'm like a kid in a candy store.
I love that.
I love that one,
like in the
too,
candy
man.
store, popcorn.
There's nothing like a candy store, especially penny candy.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think they have penny candy anymore,
right?
That's when we used to collect bottles and go change them in for candy.
Totally. Did I ever tell you I had a penny candy store?
No.
You're gonna love
Did
this.
you really?
Listen to this, folks. This is great. I had this is no BS. I had the best penny candy store in South Boston.
I believe it.
And this is what ended up happening. When I got out of the Marines, I had the truck and I was running around selling food. Right?
Yes.
So I bought this triple decker. And I opened a sub shop on the bottom floor, lived on the second floor, rented the third floor, right?
Okay.
And then next to the sub shop was a bar, and then next to the bar was this. It was called Louis. And for all you folks in Boston, you're probably one's my age anyway. They're gonna know Louis. Louis was there forever.
Okay.
Louis, like when I was a kid running around, we'd always get on to Louis. Louis had the best produce, best penny candy.
Okay.
And you got to remember something. In South Boston, it's dense.
Yeah.
There's probably I don't know 800,000 people in a small little place, right? All triple deckers.
Yes.
And we had 3 schools within a block, of where this was.
Okay.
So Louis had the best penny candy store, and when I opened the sub shop, I'd always be in there. We'd always be talking, and he says, I think I'm gonna, pack it in here. I says, oh man, you can't pack it in. I said, I'll buy the penny store, from you, right?
Yeah.
And so I did.
Okay.
Right? And it was dynamite because what happened, you wouldn't believe, folks, the amount of money that was actually in penny candy. We have the brown bags, and so the kids would come in, and I'd just give them the bag, and they'd just go crazy, right?
Yeah.
And it was bizarre. I mean, so picture this. A good day in the store was I'd take in, I don't know, maybe $140, $190 a day or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's pretty good.
You were working your butt off for nothing.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was great because it was mine. Do you know what I mean? 7 days a week.
Yeah.
But out of that, penny candy would be $40 or $50.
Oh man!
And it was amazing. And of course, and I wish I had more pictures of it, man.
See, now I didn't have a store. I had a mobile store. I had the mobile penny candy store.
Okay.
When I was in 5th grade.
Okay.
When I liked those watermelon Jolly Ranchers.
Oh yeah, totally.
So I would buy bags of those big bags.
Right.
And I would take those to school, and to get my business going, I would open one up, stick it in my mouth.
Yep.
The rest of the room, knew that, I have my watermelon candies.
I love it.
And I would be selling them to everybody else. So I was selling them, making some money, even back then in 5th and 6th grade.
Were your parents dentists?
No. I wish they were. Because that was the cost of my marketing back then,
I love it. I know.
That's right. I took a hockey puck into the mouth and lost several bones and teeth.
I took a baseball.
Up there, yeah. Yeah. I tell you, it's a quick way to lose some teeth.
I just stuck it back in. This tooth right here. No kidding, folks. You know what I did? I got hit. I was playing third base. The thing popped, came right out, and I took it. I stuck it right back in.
Yeah.
And I went to the dentist. This is a sick story. So I went to the dentist, and the bottom line is that it stayed.
Yeah.
Now then, what ended up happening is that about 6 weeks later, the total thing got totally black.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
And I went back to the dentist, and he says, no, we're going to leave it in there because it's called false. something happens.
So even though it turned black, the root was still okay? Or?
No. So what ends up happening, that's when the root dies, right?
Yeah.
But then when something dies like that, it's a certain name. But what happens is that then they turn around and go white again. Because when the root, I still have no root in it. So what ended up... Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And what ended up happening, which is really wild, is that it actually affected the tooth next to it.
Yeah.
But so bottom line is, this tooth goes out, stick it in first, because I still have it 50 years later.
Look, when I was a kid, excuse me, my teeth weren't falling out, and so I actually had to have 12 teeth removed.
Oh my
and
God!
Three in each quadrant. Okay, that were removed. So I would have 6 at a time done. You talk about, not necessarily. I love dentists as people, but I hate them as far as the business.
I hated dentists.
Concerned.
I like them now, but I hate them then.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was so scared of a dentist.
So to this day, I don't. Very rarely do I drink a milkshake, if you will, because that's all I was able to really consume back then for a period of time.
Wow.
Because they had to do it fairly quick or what have you.
And it wasn't as easy as it is now.
No, absolutely.
They had pairs of pliers. They had pliers in your mouth, yanking them out.
Yeah. It's interesting, though, that you played third base, because we've never talked about baseball. I also played third base.
Oh, cool.
Third base, and I remember as it was, moving up the league, and had this one really good coach, good about being able to teach, and was, practicing pickoff moves, practicing with the pitcher, and they were practicing a pitch-off move to third base, and I had looked away for a moment, but he had released the ball.
Whack.
Bam, right,
it hit
and
you're right next to him.
Oh, yeah, you are. Really close,
No doubt.
To survive that one.
Wild.
Third base, that was cool,
Oh, I like that position. Yeah. As long as there's fast hitters, though, man, when you had to move in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those big boys would come in. I was like, oh, baby, here we go.
But we had good arms, good arms to get the ball
fast
over there. And I remember playing one game, and the pitching staff was just they were off the board. And I remember he said, well, do you want to pitch?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, what the heck,
Right.
And, I had some control,
right.
Playing third base, had the speed on the ball,
right.
But there were a couple, I hit a couple of batters, not intentionally or what have you, I know that ball was moving across.
The parents are out there screaming.
I ended up moving over and actually, learning how to play as a pitcher.
Oh,
which was great, except as a pitcher, and
that's a great position,
hurting my elbow a little bit, just simply from,
that's a great position, no doubt.
I love it.
So, what do we got here? Let's see. You got...
we got Santa, as you said. Santa's still in town.
Ho, ho, ho!
Yeah.
Let's see what we got going here. Well, actually, let's go over to the XLF. Because the financials... Yeah, see, well, you have 12 million, and you did 42 million yesterday. So, see, those financials also want to get into 27th. And we know our banks are broke, too.
Yes.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. Who would ever think about this for a second, folks, who would ever think that, you grow up, you get this mantra, whether from regulators or teachers or anything else, that, of course, legally, morally, the banks have money, and we know they're all broke.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's like, well, life still goes on.
Yes, it does. It's got to go on.
It's a beautiful thing. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. And don't forget, right after Steve and I, we have Kate Stalton with a small cap roundup. That's out of Santa Fe, New Mexico. That's a beautiful thing. We're going to Tucson, Arizona. Larry Pesavento. California, Ken Shreve. Back
Go Law America! Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just one, but 2 exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, The Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses, keep money in your community, and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Hi folks, Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Go long, America! Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, before December 31st. You will receive in excess of $300 in trading education.
Welcome back, folks. And I do want to thank everyone that did purchase The Art of Timing the Trade, the Ultimate Trading Mastery System. You get 2 more days, folks, to finish up the Go Long America, this portion of it anyway.
Yeah.
And, Steve and I are going to be coming to your community in January and February. So
yeah. It's going to be great.
Yeah,
and we're just taking a look at the book sales. It's been a great Christmas. So we know that a lot of folks have, and it's just so important, to have good books in your, if you're trading these markets and you're trying to understand. It's really, I know Larry talks about, each day reading a page or two, from a book, Mark's book,
yeah,
and I suggest
that's a great book.
Yeah, and I suggest folks take a look at Larry's book as well, because that's really got some great stories in there.
Right.
Just dealing with, it's just if folks would just journal what their thoughts were when they started their trading day.
That's right.
When they were in the throes of things, what they actually did, and then what the outcome was, and then can go back. Just simply by that process alone, they would be able to improve their trading, or at least better understand, what's going on inside them, why they're making the decisions that they are.
No, it's
good, bad, or otherwise.
It's huge. Do you know what I did? And folks, I'd suggest to do this. I mean, Reminiscence of a Stock Operator.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I slept with that book for over 4 years.
I love it.
Right under my pillow.
I love it.
And if you've never read it, folks, it's now this is not Reminiscence of a Stock Operator to me is a head game book.
Yeah.
And it puts juice underneath you that is just firepower.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes,
and
yes.
that's what I got out of it. You know what I mean? That's why I loved it so much. You know what I mean? And then, I just remember that, I says, this is really crazy. And when I think about it, and now I'm going back to, this is, it's amazing, I'm going back to when Tommy was born. He's 30 years old.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Because I remember where we were living.
Yeah.
So that's wild.
Yeah. Well, now folks are sleeping with the Art of Timing the Trade.
That's a beautiful thing.
It is. I was speaking with a, prospective client last night. And, he was, getting through the Art of Timing the Trade.
Right.
And was going to sign up for the service.
Well, you know what? It's good. There's no doubt. And folks, if you do go through it and then you get any of our newsletters, it makes it easier to understand what we're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it absolutely does. And it just does. Because then, you're just not saying, putting on red or putting on green. You're basically understanding at the same time that, okay, this is why you're doing it.
That's right.
So.
Yeah, and which was really cool. I love talking with these folks, and I know we got a couple calls. Maybe we want to just go to... Want to go to any of that?
No, okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Well, just simply the mere fact that, I know that I've been able to contribute to folks' life by just teaching them the 1% rule.
Yes.
And that's been really, really cool, because you're talking about folks that have really just totally changed their whole thought process on how they're investing.
That's right.
So I love that part.
That's huge. Yeah. It's huge. Rick, what's happening, brother?
Thanks for that white light yesterday, guys.
Hey, it's more coming.
I played I listened to the archives. My sister had a BlackBerry there, and she put it by his ear, and he was pretty pumped.
That's awesome, man.
He was having little seizures, so he really wasn't even communicating, but facially. And now yesterday they found a new medication that's neutralizes seizures, so now he's on the rebound right now. So thanks again.
That's cool.
Isn't that beautiful,
I'd like to hear that.
That's huge.
It is beautiful.
That's huge.
Hey, and just a couple quick things. Third base, I used to play a lot of ball, too.
Yeah?
And I love catcher.
You had a tough one, man.
And we had no catcher. We had a 14 baseball a few years back, and the first year I'd catch the ball when somebody tried to steal on me, and I'd run up a step or two.
Yeah.
And it took me about 2 months, and I was watching these catchers in the big leagues, and all they do is they go straight over the top. You might have your line. I mean, you're going to have your line. You might be high or low.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And you just put your right foot, because I'm right-handed, at an angle so that you catch it, you deliver it like now, right now.
Yeah.
Now. And third base, tell me, that little low ground ball where you pick it up with your right hand as you're running throwing to first base, that's the best play, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
Cooking, brother. Listen,
Thanks,
you stay right there, folks. We got Kate Stalter coming up for you, Larry Pizzavento, Ken Shreve, and back here. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
See you tomorrow morning, folks.